As May approaches, this is the time for the jack of all trades, and his name is Tom Vecchio. He joins us live on behalf of FanDuel on this Monday morning for that prop perspective to get you started in a profitable way for a new week. Vecchio, we've got NHL playoffs in the Stanley Cup season. We've got the NBA playoffs in this opening round as well. We've got Major League Baseball and the Daily Diamond Dash each and every day. This is your moment to shine, my friend. We're glad to have you here on this Monday morning.
Thanks for having me. I am doing great. The Rangers swept yesterday. We are rolling on with action every single day, and there's a ton to get to. I'm ready.
President's Trophy curse be damned, at least in the opening round for the New York Rangers. An opening round sweep over the Washington Capitals. That was one of the four games that we saw yesterday. A stunner between the Predators and the Canucks in Nashville. Vancouver scores in the final 6 seconds of regulation and wins it in OT. The Avs dominant over the Jets, and the Oilers a 1-0 shutout, a low-scoring affair against the Kings. Vecchio, from yesterday's four-game slate, what was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway is that the Avs are still an offensive juggernaut, despite some ups and downs and kind of a slow end to the season for them. Slipping out of the 1 seed, out of the 2 seed into the 3 seed, it really doesn't matter, and they are doing so against the future winner in Connor Hellebuyck, who's going to win it this year. They allowed the fewest goals in the entire season, and the Avs are putting up 5 goals in all 4 games so far. So they look to roll on. To see the Oilers playing this well on defense. If they can continue that, I'll be more interested than them doing it on a 1-game basis.
Let's take a look here and get into tonight's action on the ice. A doubleheader, 7 o'clock start. We have the Lightning and the Panthers series lead here. 3-1 for the Florida Panthers. Maybe some life here for the Lightning. You take a look at Vasilevsky versus Bobrovsky tonight. A monster favorite for Florida. Opened up overnight at -178 on FanDuel. That now is a 184 price point in a total. How about this? 6.5. What can we expect tonight in the Battle of Florida, Tom?
I'm certainly looking to the under. I know we've been seeing some goals as of late, but we got to start siding with some unders. Just as we saw unders in the Oilers, just as we saw the under yesterday with the Avs. There's going to be a little bit of scoring early on in some of these matchups, but start trending towards the unders. I also going to be looking to Sergei Bobrovsky over 24.5 saves for the Florida Panthers, and I'm trying to think of this as realistic as possible. The Lightning are in an elimination game. If Bobrovsky ends as he did in game 1, only 17 saves because he was basically cruising the whole game, the Lightning put him under no pressure. If that happens again and he finishes with less than 25 saves, the Panthers win this game going away. They have to step up the offensive pressure if they don't want to be eliminated. It's that simple.
Also would correlate to an under of that 6.5 goals number that is listed tonight for the man known as Bob in between the pipes. Second game of the doubleheader tonight out in Las Vegas. A really interesting series, Vecchio, between the Golden Knights, the reigning Stanley Cup champs, and the Dallas Stars, where no team has yet to win on home ice. Vegas took both in Dallas. The Stars returned the favor over the weekend out in Viva Las Vegas, and Dallas is the road favorite tonight in game number 4. Do we see the trend continue of road ice actually being the advantage?
I think so. I think Dallas comes away with this win. I've spoken highly about Dallas, how they are so deep, their defense, their great net with Jake Onger. However, my favorite player prop is actually on the other side with Vegas, with the Jonathan Marchessault for the Golden Knights, over 2.5 shots. It's sitting at -148. I still think that's a fine line to attack. 3, 2, and 3 shots over the first 3 games. The first forward line, the second power play unit. And like you said, no one has won on home ice, and if the Golden Knights want to change that trend, they're going to have to really step up the offense because the Dallas is so solid on defense with Oettinger and just so deep down the middle that Vegas really needs to ramp up that offensive pressure. I'm not going to say they looked great in that last game. They obviously lost it, but they need to bring something tonight if they want to lose home ice advantage or what they had after winning the first 2 road games.
Let's revamp here the 2024 Stanley Cup odds here at the FanDuel Sportsbook. 6 teams listed as 10-1 favorites or less here. Hurricanes, Oilers, Panthers, Avalanche, Rangers, and Bruins. Getting a look here at some of these round 1 series wind down. What are we looking forward to here on the Stanley Cup odds?
I think at this point, the best spot might be the Bruins. And I've been super high in them for the majority of the season. I don't love, Vancouver losing their goalie with Thatcher Demko. It actually might be the Bruins because that's going to be an extremely close series versus the Panthers. I'm assuming the Bruins win. I'm assuming the Panthers come away. Obviously, we saw what the Bruins did last year, losing to the Panthers. I think they can take them in a 7-game series. It's actually going to be very, very tough, but that's where the value lies as of now, because on the other side, we're going to see the Rangers and the Canes, only one of them come through, so those markets are going to cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I'll go with the longer size when it comes to the Bruins.
All right.
It is a really interesting market developing as well, where some of those Western Conference teams are starting to make their way back up, but still 4 of the 6 best prices, 4 of the 6 prices with triple digits in them hail from the Eastern Conference.